In this video, we are going to dive deep into what I think is the greatest true crime game of all time. And no, I'm not talking true crime streets of LA or New York. I'm talking about what I think is the most underrated game Rockstar has ever produced, LA Noire. Now get those detective caps ready because we are looking for all the clues that make this game a masterpiece for all true crime fans. LA Noire is a critically acclaimed interactive video game developed by Team Bondi and published by Rockstar Games. It was first released on May 17, 2011 to both the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360, but was later released on November 8, 2011 for the PC as the Complete Edition. LA Noire brought a unique blend of detective work, narrative storytelling, and an advanced facial animation technology to the gaming world. So let's get deeper into this development process and the key innovations that made this such a great game. The initial concept for this game came from Team Bondi's desire to create a detective-focused game set in a recreated 1940s Los Angeles. The team aimed to capture the essence of a film noir, complete with complex characters, intriguing mysteries, and a morally ambiguous character. Early development faced challenges in realizing the ambitious scope of the game, but the team's commitment to creating an immersive and authentic experience fueled their progress. LA Noire's development journey was not without its fair share of challenges. The game's ambitious scope, coupled with the intricacies of MotionScan technology, led to prolonged development times and budget concerns. Team Bondi's demanding work environment also garnered attention and raised questions about industry practices and the well-being of developers. Despite these challenges, the team's perseverance and dedication resulted in a game that pushed boundaries in terms of storytelling, technology, and gameplay mechanics. One of the most groundbreaking aspects of LA Noire was its pioneering facial animation technology known as MotionScan. Developed by Depth Analysis, this technology allowed for incredibly realistic facial expressions and emotions to be captured and portrayed in the game. Actors' performances were recorded with an array of cameras capturing every nuance and subtlety. This breakthrough brought the characters to life, enhancing player immersion and the game's storytelling capabilities. LA Noire's narrative structure was heavily influenced by classic film noir, incorporating elements of mystery, crime, and intrigue. Players assume the role of Detective Cole Phelps, solving a series of interconnected cases while navigating the morally ambiguous world of the post-World War II Los Angeles. The game's open-world environment allowed for exploration, but its focus on narrative-driven gameplay set it apart from other open-world titles. The three innovative gameplay mechanics here that really made this such a great game was the investigation, interrogation, and the moral choices you faced. For the investigation, players had to meticulously examine crime scenes, gather evidence, and draw conclusions using their observational skills. With the interrogation, the groundbreaking facial animation technology played a central role in this mechanic. Players had to determine whether suspects were lying or telling the truth based on their facial expressions and responses. And for the moral choices, the game presented players with morally complex decisions, impacting both the narrative and Phelps' character progression. This game stands out not only for its innovative motion capture, but also for its intricately developed characters. Among these characters, Cole Phelps takes center stage as the game's protagonist, showcasing a complex personality that adds depth and realism to the narrative. For this section, we'll investigate the character of Cole Phelps and examine the key figures that surround him in the game. Cole Phelps serves as the focal point of the narrative, embodying the ideals and flaws of the post-war society grappling with crime, corruption, and personal demons. A World War II veteran turned LAPD officer, Phelps begins his journey as a uniformed patrolman before ascending through the ranks of the department. His rise, however, is not without its external conflicts. Phelps is a character blending determination, intelligence, and ambition with vulnerabilities and inner turmoil. His strong sense of duty and unwavering commitment to justice drive his actions, making him a credible and dedicated detective. Phelps' relentless pursuit of the truth often borders on obsession, as he becomes increasingly consumed by solving cases and unraveling the intricate web of crimes in Los Angeles. However, beneath his composed exterior lies a haunted soul scarred with his wartime experiences. This game masterfully reveals snippets of his past through flashbacks, hinting at the psychological toll war has taken on him. This vulnerability makes Phelps relatable and human, allowing players to empathize with his struggles as he navigates a morally complex world. Phelps' interactions with other characters shape his journey and contribute to his development. His complex relationships with his partners such as Stefan Bukowski and Roy Earl showcase the varying dynamics with the LAPD. Phelps' initial idealism contrasts with the jaded perspectives of some of his colleagues, emphasizing the gray areas of morality in a corrupt city. Beyond Phelps, LA Noire introduces a range of well-crafted characters that enhance the game's depth and authenticity. His various partners, each with their distinct personalities and backgrounds, provide unique perspectives on the criminal cases they investigate. Rusty Galloway, a seasoned and cynical detective, challenges Phelps' idealism with his pragmatic approach to police work. This dynamic often sparks engaging debates and highlights the tensions inherent in law enforcement. A compelling narrative requires formidable antagonists, and LA Noire delivers in this aspect. Characters like Dr. Fontaine challenge Phelps both professionally and personally, testing his determination and ethical boundaries. These characters serve as mirrors to Phelps' own struggles, shedding light on the thin line between justice and revenge. This game's depth extends beyond its law enforcement characters, as it explores the lives of innocent civilians and those affected by the criminal underbelly of Los Angeles. Through interactions with victims, witnesses, and suspects, players gain insight into the city's diverse social fabric and the consequences of crime. As players navigate the labyrinth mysteries of 1947 Los Angeles, they are not merely solving crimes. They are unraveling the complexities of the human psyche and the shades of gray that define the pursuit of truth and justice. Now let's touch a bit more on the gameplay and mechanics of LA Noire. At the core of the gameplay are the investigation and interrogation mechanics. Players must meticulously search crime scenes for clues, examine objects, and interact with the environment to gather information. The attention to detail in recreating crime scenes and the variety of interactive objects contribute to the immersive experience. The game also introduces the novel intuition point system, allowing players to ask for hints during investigations, adding an element of player agency. Interrogations are also a key aspect of the game's mechanics, requiring players to read facial expressions, body language, and vocal cues of suspects and witnesses. The groundbreaking MotionScan technology, which captures actors' performances, allows for highly realistic facial animations, enabling players to determine if a character is lying or telling the truth. This mechanic adds a layer of challenge to the detective work. LA Noire offers a sprawling open-world environment that captures the essence of 1940s Los Angeles. Players can freely roam the city, exploring its streets, landmarks, and hidden corners. The attention to architectural details and period-appropriate vehicles and attire contribute to the immersive experience. The open world also serves as a backdrop for various side activities, such as street crimes, collectibles, and landmarks to discover, enhancing the game's replayability. While the investigation and interrogation are the main focus, LA Noire also includes action sequences and gunplay. Players engage in car chases, shootouts, and fistfights, providing a balance between detective work and action-packed moments. The cover-based shooting mechanics are competent, though they are not as refined as those found in dedicated action games. These sequences add a variety to the gameplay and contribute to the overall cinematic experience. LA Noire is renowned for its commitment to realism and immersion. The attention to historical accuracy, from agricultural and fashion to the soundtrack, transports players to the post-war era. The designed interiors and exteriors of buildings, along with the use of period-appropriate slang and cultural references, create an authentic atmosphere. The game's day and night cycle and dynamic weather system further enhance the sense of realism. This section aims to explore the intriguing parallels between the cases depicted in LA Noire and the actual and criminal investigations that occurred in the real world during the same time period. By analyzing these similarities, we can gain a deeper understanding of how the game's creators incorporated historical elements into the gameplay and storytelling. To fully appreciate the similarities between LA Noire's cases and the real world and criminal investigations, it is essential to understand the historical context of the game. The 1940s marked a time of societal change and technological advancement, as well as a significant development in forensic science and criminal investigation technique. This game captures the atmosphere by showcasing the evolution of investigation methods, mirroring the actual progress made by law enforcement agencies during the era. One of the standout features of this game is its realistic portrayal of the police procedures and interrogation techniques. The game's protagonist, Detective Phelps, must use careful observation and psychological insight to discern truth from deception. Similarly, real-world investigators during the 1940s relied heavily on interviews and interrogations to gather evidence and elicit confessions. Notable cases such as the Black Dahlia murder and the Chicago lipstick murders share commonalities with LA Noire's interrogations, highlighting the significance of human interaction in solving crimes. This game doesn't shy away from depicting the corruption and scandal that plagued some law enforcement agencies during the 1940s. Real-life cases such as the Los Angeles Police Department Rampart Division scandal showcase the game's inspiration from actual events. Both the game and reality portray the challenges faced by honest officers working within a corrupt system, underscoring the struggle between justice and personal ethics. Several cases in LA Noire feature elements reminiscent of real-life serial killers and infamous criminals from the 1940s. The studio secretary murder case draws parallels with the Black Dahlia case, while the red lipstick murder case is reminiscent of the Chicago lipstick murders. These connections reflect the public fascination with notorious criminals during the era and demonstrate their creators' efforts to incorporate historical authenticity into the game's narrative. This game also addresses socioeconomic issues that were prevalent during the 1940s. The game's portrayal of post-war veterans struggling with mental health issues and the homelessness mirrors the challenges faced by returning soldiers in real life. The similarities between the cases in LA Noire and the real-world criminal investigations from the 1940s illustrate the game's commitment to historical accuracy and its ability to capture the essence of the era. By weaving together elements of police procedure, corruption, infamous criminals, socioeconomic issues, media influence, and film noir, LA Noire provides players with a unique opportunity to explore the complex world of criminal investigation during a pivotal period in history. This intersection between virtual storytelling and real-world events showcases the enduring relevance of crime and justice themes across different mediums. In conclusion, LA Noire stands as a testament to the remarkable synergy of innovation, storytelling, and historical context in the realm of video games. As we have delved into the development process, examined the intricacies of its characters, explored its captivating gameplay mechanics, and drawn parallels between its cases and real-world criminal investigations, a resounding truth emerges. LA Noire is not just a game, it's a masterful journey through a world that transcends entertainment. This immersive experience grants players the opportunity to step into the shoes of Detective Phelps. Through painstaking investigations, through thought-provoking interrogations, and morally complex decisions, the game challenges us not to only unravel criminal puzzles, but also explore the intricate tapestry of human nature, ethics, and justice. The dedication of Team Bondi and Rockstar Games to historical accuracy, technological advancement, and narrative excellence is evident in every crafted detail of the game. In essence, LA Noire beckons true crime enthusiasts to immerse themselves in a captivating world where the past comes to life. Mysteries wait unraveling, and the pursuit of truth leads to a deeper insight into the complexities of human behavior. As time marches forward, LA Noire's legacy continues to resonate, reminding us that the quest for justice, the exploration of moral dilemmas, and the allure of stories remain timeless pursuits that bridge the gap between reality and fiction. So don your detective caps and prepare to embark on an unforgettable journey through the shadows and intrigue of LA Noire, a game that stands as a true masterpiece for all who appreciate the art of true crime.